Hello, welcome, welcome. Just give it a little minute while a few people jump in. Hope that you've had a lovely day today. You're gonna like this class. It's a freshen up. So you can do this morning, midday, evening, and it's just to refresh your energy. And the idea for this class came about because energetically it's been quite a heavy week. Not so much for me and things going on in my life, but just the energy that I've been absorbing throughout the week. So this is something that I do when I feel like I just need to completely refresh my energy, shake off, anything that you hold and that feels heavy. So it's a really good little one for your tool bag. So I hope that you enjoy. Just coming on to 6 now. Let's have a look. Perfect. Okay, loves. So come and arrive in your space. And just starting to take note of your posture, just making sure that the shoulders are rolled back and down, the spine is nice and tall, just allowing a free flow of energy through the spine. We're going to be doing a few different movements today, working on our energy centers, our chakras, but also the postures that we can hold the body in to stimulate different meridians, clear out, stimulate our lymphatic system, our circulation, just a nice full MOT to freshen up the entire body. Maybe just taking a couple of long, deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose and sigh it out the mouth. This little audible sigh, this vibration stimulates our vagus nerve, just allows the body to go into this rest or digest stage, ground and center ourselves before we begin. And then, as always, we'll be tuning in Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times, tuning into the energy of our practice, calling on the teacher, the light within, your inner guru. And then following it up with our protection mantra, Ad Gurena Me, to clear energetically the space around us, the space that we are practicing in, and create this lovely protective bubble around our energy. So bring the hands to meet in the center, rubbing the palms together, starting to create this energy between the palms. And then we're pushing the hands together, lifting the hands Anjali Mudra in front of the heart space, our prayer pose, letting the thumbs sit in the center of the chest, projecting the fingers slightly forward, sitting nice and tall, roll shoulders back and down. We're rolling the eyes up to the center of the forehead, and then we are taking a deep inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. At kore name, jugat kore name, sat kore name, Sri Gurudeve name. At kore name, jugat kore name, sat kore name, Sri Gurudeve name. At kore name, jugat kore name, sat kore name, Sri Gurudeve name. Deep inhale. Holding the breath in, squeezing, engaging Mula Bandhas, all the muscles below the navel. Squeeze, lift, lengthen through the spine, roll the eyes up, push the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And exhale, release, allow the hands to float down. Come to complete stillness as you arrive to your Kundalini Yoga practice. Lovely. So let's get into it. A little freshen up, so you may just want to take some rolls of the shoulders, both directions. Just loosening up any tension that you are holding in the neck and shoulders. A lot of the time, this is where we can hold tension, irritation. So just getting the body moving. Okay. And then take a nice deep cleansing breath, fill the belly, and fully exhale out. And then come with me, come over into a 4 point of contact. So hands and knees. And we're going to just make sure that we are stacking the shoulders above the wrists, the hips above the knees. Just finding a nice neutral spine. And then as we inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone slightly, lift the head. This is our inhale. And then as we exhale, you may want to curl the toes under, push through the hands, arch the spine, draw the navel back towards the spine. And then just continue to drop the belly, lift the tailbone, inhale, create that space for the belly. Exhale, drawing the navel back towards the spine. Close the eyes down like a mindful, moving meditation. Starting to clear out all of the energy centers. Really gorgeous movement to do any time of day when you need a little reset. Making sure that the spinal fluids can flow and move. Using our pelvis, making sure we're not holding anything in the pelvis, the hips. And just a few more rounds, moving through every vertebra of the spine. And then coming back to a neutral spine, tucking the toes under if they're not already, and then we're going to push through the hands, lift through the legs, find our triangle position or our downward facing dog. Just try to lift the tailbone up, nice and strong through the back. Long, deep breathing. And then as you exhale, just gently bringing the knees back down. You may want to come all the way back into a little mini child's pose. Stretch the arms out in front, maybe lower the head down to the mat. Or just gently bring yourself back up to a rock pose, sitting back towards the heels. Just internalizing your awareness, closing the eyes down, allowing the breath to return to its natural rate. And then when you're ready, bringing some movement to the fingers, blinking the eyes open and coming to a comfortable seated position, maybe taking an easy pose, legs crossed, or any position that works for you today. And then we're coming into the first part of our little set. So I like to call this funky chicken. So we're going to take the hands into a mudra. So we are making little chickens with our hands, just all the fingertips touching the tip of the thumb. And then we are tucking this right under the armpits. And what we're going to do is inhale, bring the shoulders, bring the elbows up. Exhale, we are bringing them right the way down to the ribs. So you're creating this little vibration as you hit the rib cage. So it's quite fast and repetitive. Just close the eyes down, really go into this repetitive movement. Inhale up, exhale down. And when we breathe in this way, like a little mini breath of fire, creating this repetitive movement, stimulating the lymphatic system, creating that vibration in the rib cage, you are starting to release old patterns, clear out formed habits, anything that you are holding onto in your fascia, so this connective tissue, just starting to really shift and move that energy. Notice if the mind is getting busy. Concentrate, focus on the breath. Just keep moving, keep breathing. Little massage for the rib cage. And then inhale, bring the elbows all the way up. Hold the breath in, tall through the spine. Exhale the breath. Full exhale. Deep inhale, fill the belly. And then take one more sniff. See if you can expand the breath up through the diaphragm into the chest. Holding the breath in, engaging Mula Bandha. If it feels okay for your body today, just squeeze and lift and lengthen all the muscles below the navel, tall through the spine, holding it in. And full exhale. Bring the hands down to the knees. Take a Gaya Mudra, index finger and thumb connected at the And just start to breathe deeply, witnessing the effects of the practice. Starting to shake off any more heavy, dense energies that we're holding within the body, in the fascia. And then release the mudra, blink the eyes. We're going to flip the hands over onto the knees and come into some nice spinal flexors. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. I want you to think about, as you inhale, really opening through the chest, creating space, allowing maximum prana into the body, or life force energy, called chi, helping you be your most authentic, truest self, not holding on to narratives of the mind. And as we do this, we are moving the spine, moving that spinal fluid, creating clear pathways for our energy flow, our Shakti energy, Kundalini energy, which allows us to live in our higher triangle of chakras. So at the base, we've got our root, our sacral, our solar plexus. The heart is the bridge. And then our higher triangle is our throat, our third eye, and our crown. So we're moving up into these higher energy centers through the flow of energy, through the spinal column. Connecting the breath, inhaling forwards, exhaling back. And come back to center, deep inhale. Hold the breath in, lengthen through the spine. Holding in that prana, letting the oxygen flood around the body, freshening up our entire system. And exhale. A little moment of stillness before we come into our next asana, which is working on circulating this energy that we've just drawn up. We're bringing it right up to our heart center and encouraging it up into our throat. So we're coming into spinal twist. So bringing the hands to the shoulders, fingers at the front, making sure that we've got a nice tall spine, shoulders are rolled back and down, but the elbows are high. And we are making these little micro twists with the spine. Inhale left, exhale right. Closing the eyes down. Starting to balance our throat chakra. Center of communication. And our throat chakra's balanced, we can communicate so much more easily. Try and keep the elbows high, rooted down from the pelvis down, so nice and stable at the base. All the movement is like this ringing out of the spine. Inhale left, exhale right. Working on the thyroid, the parathyroid. And come all the way back to center. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold it in, lift and lengthen through the spine, engage Mula Bandha. So our root lock, squeeze, lift, lengthen, and all the muscles below the navel, pull in and up, tall through the spine. And exhale, release. Just come to a moment of stillness. And you can just stay here while I talk us through the next asana. So some of you may be familiar with ego eradicator. So this is burning away the unobserved mind, so the thoughts that drop in that don't necessarily serve us and can dampen our electromagnetic field, our aura. So this is like supercharging the energy that surrounds your body and the energy that you project out. So if you are familiar, we're bringing the hands out in front. If not, I'll talk you through. We're curling the fingers into the tops of the pads of the hands. Not here, we're here. Connect the thumbs. We're going to lift the hands above the head. And as we open the arms, we're going to open the chest. So we're nice and tall through the spine, nice and open across the chest. And we're holding the arms here. Just make sure that the shoulders are loose, arms are straight. Roll those shoulders back and down. And then we're continuing with a breath of fire. So it's a panting in and out of the nose if you can. If you can't breathe through the nose today, that's absolutely fine. Just use the mouth like you are inhaling, exhaling through a straw. But we are nice and fast here. If it feels a little bit too much, you can slow it down. Just keep it an equal in, equal out. And we're just here for 1 minute. Let's go. Inhale, lock the thumbs, spread the fingers. Pull through the spine, hold the breath in. Keep the hands where they are. Exhale. Deep inhale, really fill the belly. One more sniff. Lift tall, stretch, fingers are straight and reaching up, 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 up. Keep the hands where they are, exhale. Last one, really circulate and draw that energy up, up, up through the spine. Hold at the top, reach through the fingertips, really stretch it out through the spine. And as you exhale, cannon out the mouth. Use your fingers like serves trace through your aura. Clearing out anything that feels heavy. And then just float the hands down to the knees, palms faced up, close the eyes down, take a moment of stillness. Strengthening our electromagnetic fields. Noticing any sensations within the body. Drawing your awareness to the energy around your body. Really important to do, not just for yourself, but for the people that you come into contact with. We are like sponges for energy unless we have a protected and strengthened auric field. Just gently bringing some movement to the fingers, blinking the eyes open. I'm just going to close with a short meditation. So this is a beautiful meditation. It's one that's been studied by Harvard University, which you can look up. It's called Sa-Ta-Na-Ma. Sa-Ta-Na-Ma. And as we make these vibrations, these frequencies, it's like we are applying Morse code onto the meridians in the upper palate of the mouth. And there's a few things that we do here. So as we chant sa, ta, na, ma, we are tapping each finger one after the other, starting with the index finger all the way down to our little finger. Sa, ta, na, ma. But we do this with the palms faced up, the hands rested on the knees. And as we do this, we're tapping into different parts of the mind. But our fingers also represent different elements and different planets as well. So we are tapping into the energies of these planets. So our abundance, our patience, our solar energy, our communication. And as we do this, I'd like you to visualize, if you can, a white light coming in through the crown of the head and then coming out like an L shape, projecting out through our third eye center, our Ajna chakra. Okay. If you're not a visual person, try to just sense this light coming in through the crown, out, projecting out through the third eye center. You are a magnetic being, so tapping in, and we are attuning ourselves to the cycle of life with this meditation. Really beautiful one to do. Helps with cognitive function, with memory, and there's been studies on this that you can have a little look into. But for now, we are chanting Sa Ta Na Ma. Make sure that we're sitting nice and tall. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Let's start with an inhale. To chant Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na. Sometime. And you can chant this out loud. You can mentally vibrate it. Just make the movements. Tuning in. Satanama. visualizing or sensing, feeling this bright white light coming in through your crown chakra and projecting out to your third eye center. Pa, pa, na, ma, sa, ta, 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 na, ma. Take a deep inhale. Full exhale. Just come to stillness. 3 minutes of mantra meditation is all it takes to start changing your brain chemistry, creating new neural pathways. This meditation is especially beneficial if you do it for 11 minutes. Just taking that awareness internally, noticing the effects of your practice. And then gently bringing the hands to meet in the center of the chest at our heart center. Rubbing the hands together. Charging the palms. Fresh new energy. And then bringing them to meet. Gently resting the thumbs to the center of the chest, projecting your fingers forwards. And we'll tune out with a long Sat Nam, the truth that is my identity. Let's inhale. Sat Nam. Bring the hands to the forehead. Bowing to yourself, to each other. Sending your renewed energy to someone who needs it more than you. And then bringing the hands above the head. Deep inhale, and then flipping the hands over, a little aura sweep. Jenna, thank you for joining me today. Come back to this little freshen up practice anytime that you need a reset, even though we did our ego eradicator. in this practice, 1 minute is absolutely fine. It's the practice of an evening to just clear out anything that you're holding on to and expand your aura. Have a lovely rest of your day.